A little earlier today, I talked about how, I've let my hair go natural. I don't really color it anymore. Every once in a while, we throw a little low light in just to give more dimension to the silvery highlights. But we use this in the brown right on my little sideburns. And I looked in the mirror and went, wow. I'm like, do the other side. I love that. So just like we're loving the blush and the eyeshadow and the lip crayons, because they're so easy. For the first time ever, brand new today and limited, there's not many of these to go around, not on auto delivery, stock up. You have the black and you have the brown, your choice. You're getting two, should be $66, is only $39.98. You're saving $26, but say it with me, the price, the free shipping, and the 4 easy payments go away at the end of the day. So, my honey, David, sometimes talks about a little sunroof in the back. He's like, honey, let me fix your hair, because he's tall, he can see it. I love to deepen my little sideburns on the side. Talk to us about how Bumble and Bumble is approaching that root touch-up.
Okay, so your hair, I find as I'm aging now, I thank God had a fresh dew yesterday, but as I'm aging, I'm starting to get these grays and I'm losing hair along my hairline. And so this beautiful velvety formula, it's a fiber-rich formula. So what it does is it goes in and gives you the illusion of fuller hair. It gets rid of those fine gray hairs. If you're in between touch-ups, you go right in at the root and it gives you that look of non-gray. I mean, there's no other way to describe it, but it helps to just give you that confidence back that you get when your hair starts to grow out or you're starting to like lose hair and fullness around your hairline, which I think is, something that happens a lot as we age, is you start to feel like you're losing hair and we don't address it. And so this is a way to give you back that confidence. It definitely is the last product. So after you style your hair, you don't want to put it on wet hair. It's like the finishing product before you step out of the house. I like to keep one in my, in the console of my car so that I could just, because you get the best light in your car. So I could just do that little bit of touch up, but it's just a great way to kind of tone down the grays and give you that more polished look.
Can you give us a little help on choosing the color? I mean, it might seem self-explanatory, but who gets what?
Yeah, so the brown is definitely more of a medium tone brown. So you could use this from anywhere from a light to medium brown to a medium to dark brown. And then the black, you'd want to go from a dark brown to a black hair color. It's almost like you're choosing an eyebrow shade for your eyebrows.
Exactly.
Like, look at what the color and tone of your actual style is and then go from there. But the brown is truly a brown shade, and the black obviously has more richness and more of a depth to it.
Allison, what about transfer? Because I think that's the biggest thing we worry about, because I fill in here, I fill in here, I fill in back there. What about this lasting?
It does last all day. I will say that you want to make sure that you get dressed and get polished and ready to go, and then this would be the last step before you walk out of the house.
Right. So we only have, by the way, the brown is going quickly. Do you want to run over to Chantel?
I do.
We only have 200 left in the black. And like we said, we used it on my little sideburns, but let's see this live and in person, because a great makeup artist, I'll give him credit, Christopher Buckle, who I adore, once said to me, Jane, you always have to do your hairline when you're doing your makeup, because it really changes the way your makeup looks.
So when you're using this, you can see I'm kind of taking it from the side and dragging back. The way that you want to have a light, soft pressure, like you can feel that I'm barely pressing on Chantel's hairline, and then just kind of massage it into the hair, but you can see how it's immediately filling in any of that sparse area and even taking down any of these little grays that are just peeking through. You don't want to draw it directly on the scalp, right? You just want to take it and add to those areas where you're looking for a little bit more fullness and looking for that little bit of coverage.
I love it. Randy and I were talking before the show, and he said, Jane, I know you love your little silver streak, but if you want to cover it for whatever reason, because, let's face it, we love change, right? Let's not be boring. Let's have fun. And also in the part, so important.
A lot of us lose hair specifically just where we part our hair. That is like the first place to go. And this is different than using something that's wet or a powder that could transfer more easily. This actually has a very nice velvety, waxy fiber texture to it. So it gets in there and it grips on while giving you that color and that coverage without moving or slipping throughout the day.
Right. So as we wrap this up, black is by far the more limited, but brown is super popular, and this should be $66, and it's $26 off. The whole show, as I always encourage you to shop backwards and get everything in your cart and click checkout that you need, because floor easy payments, free shipping, and all sale prices go up in about 11 minutes. But we are saving time for my desert island. Jane, it's the only Bumble and Bubble item that you can ever buy. Again, I would say, okay, it's dry spot. It's the texture spray. And I know Brian is a very busy producer. He had a lot of shows tonight. And I'm like, wait. Brian, I want to show you. And I open the drawer where I keep all my hair stuff. And he's like, oh, good, Jane, yay. But Brian, you saw the size of mine, right? It looks like a minion. It did. It looks like a baby, and I own the full size. Like Bri just said, yours looks like